Hi! I just had to restart this whole episode after about getting 10 minutes into it because I realized my sound wasn't recording. Technical difficulties. I'm back for another episode. Sorry I kind of dip in and out of this thing. That's what I do. I binge on projects and then I binge on other projects until I hit a wall and then I come back, and that's just how it is. In this case, I went to LA for a couple weeks to film for my upcoming documentary, The Life and Slimes of Dookie Flyswatter and Haunted Garage. And if you're into horror movies and rock and roll and punk rock and Hollywood, you're gonna fucking love this, so stay tuned for more on that. And then I got back to New York and was thrust straight into a new job. But I decided I needed to get one of these episodes out because, my goodness, the new Andrew WK album is coming in a few days. God is Partying is coming. Anyways, today we're going to do more prehistory. We're going to look at some videos from bands Bulb and Hanson record labels, which were labels that members frequently collaborated with Andrew in his early days, possibly still to now in some cases. He wasn't necessarily directly involved with any of these videos today, but he would have collaborated with these people and have joined some of these bands later on. This was the scene that he was immersed in as a kid, as a teenager, and that's important. Let's do another AWK Files. Okay, so before we get into the actual videos, I want to read some biographies of these record labels from Discogs. I noticed in my first recording that this one from Bulb Records has a typo in it, but I'm going to read it as is because that's how it was written. But Peter Larson, if you want to go correct this, I'm pointing it out to you. Bulb Records was a record label, started in mid-1993 under the tutelage of Peter Larson and James Magus. And we know those names because of what? Because of Couch, right? And Couch is a band that we covered in a previous episode, so definitely go watch that. The label was originally a vehicle for putting out records by local Michigan avant-garde and lo-fi musical acts, but expanded later to become well-known and influential in the world of independent music. Although the label has been inactive for some time, many now well-known groups can trace their beginnings to the Bulb label or can say they have been influenced by the label in some way. Like Andrew, Peter Larson, and James Magus, label owners, decided they wanted to start out with catalog number BLB026, so people would think they had more releases. And that's something we talked about in the Couch episode, because the first release they did was Couch. And it looks like from their Discogs, they did go backwards and fill in some of those other numbers later on. Now Hanson Records, experimental noise label, mail order, and record shop run by Aaron Dillaway. This is still active, and you can go to hansonrecords.net or go to Bandcamp. That's where I ordered my Jokes and Labyrinth CD, including very early Andrew WK, which we will listen to soon. The first video we're going to watch today is a band called Galen, or Galen. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but it's Galen. And I don't think Andrew was ever in this band. I could be wrong, but they did do a split cassette with a band he was in called Lab Lobotomy, who called No Wave High School. Yeah, this is Aaron Dillaway and some others making some noise. And this is their 1993 Hercules promotional video, which I'm guessing should not be confused with the band Hercules, which I guess is a Galen offshoot that Andrew WK was involved in. Okay, let's check it out. So this is a lot of early VHS cassette. Oh yeah, trigger warning if anyone's epileptic. This is a lot of flashing in this. Like that, right there. I was wondering how they got this effect, because it's probably very practical. I wonder if they just dubbed this over and over and over and over again until it was just pretty much trash. I do like the groove of this song. It's kind of rocking. It's got a couch vibe. And yeah, the video is just like almost non-watchable in like in a cool way, I guess you could say. I like that. I like that. Hard to watch, but I think that's the point. And short and sweet. A lot of these bands do have short songs. I like that as a punk rocker. Get in, get out. You don't need any more than that. So while we're on Galen, let's watch a video of them performing on March 26, 1994 at the First Unitarian Church. I imagine this is in Michigan. Galen. Okay, people are screaming Galen, so I did say it correctly. I wonder if Andrew was in this room. Yeah, I remember punk shows in churches and VFW halls and just anywhere that we could book any shows. We would play on the floor, set up a PA. Looks like they just have like an amp maybe. So I'm getting definite couch vibes here. It's interesting how he's playing the guitar by tuning it and playing the string at the same time. If anyone can identify any of these people, let me know in the comments. What is that, a flute? Well, that happens. They're tuning. Sort of. That's deep. This is the start of nu metal right here, right? Looks like Pennywise in the background there. I don't know what to say about this. It's noisy. I'm not particularly into this kind of music. But it's important for the origins. This is the origin story. This is like the prequel to AWK. Even though it doesn't sound like it sonically, I think a lot of the ideas he got came from these kind of bands and in his community, his avant-garde community in Michigan. So like Couch, I wonder how much of this is pre-written. Possibly all of it. It sounds like it's improvised, but it also sounds like it's very organized at the same time. Freak Out. I wonder who else played this show. I'm gonna find out what day of the week this was. So March 26, 1994 was a Saturday night. Hey, we got a little pit going. Does anyone see Andrew in there? I bet you he was there. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Looks like it's an all ages show. I'm sure everyone here is pretty much underage. You need that in the punk community, man. In my community, it was called the Back Door in Nyack at the Nyack Center, which is in where I live now, Rockland County, New York, suburbs of the city, and it's where, most famously, where Coheed and Cambria started when they were called Shabooty, and it was our all ages, student-run arts venue in an old church turned community center. And it was really rad, and I spent every weekend there, pretty much. Yeah, jump around. That's fun. Can anyone understand these lyrics? At least it's creative. I mean, nobody else really sounds like this. You know what, I forgot to check the book, see if there's anything about these bands in it. My trusty book. I recommend everybody have a copy of this. Well, here's something about Hanson. As was standard operating procedure for many tape labels of the era, releases were often dubbed over officially released or promotional cassettes from major labels. When Dillaway began Hanson Records, he got much of his stock from the record store where he worked. Usually they'd send us a box of 25 tapes of some new artist, he says. But one time, for some reason, they sent us 300 copies of these blue-shelled 10-minute cassettes by this band Scold. Some mediocre industrial rock. We ended up doing a cassette singles series. Some of these blue Neverland/Chaos promo tapes ended up being repurposed. Dillaway says, as the first release credited solely to Andrew Wilkes' career, Room to Breathe, that was just one thing I made one afternoon to give to Aaron, Andrew said. It wasn't put together or planned out as some big release. I think he only made 5 copies of it. Another recording entitled You Are What You Eat had a diner-style ice cream sundae on the cover and was limited to 2 copies. Andrew had appeared on Hanson tracks by the Beast People with Dillaway, Harper, Nate Young, and, at times, Kennedy. Isis and Werewolves with Dillaway and Kennedy. The Hercules, which I guess is the offshoot of this band, Galen, with Dillaway and Anthony Miller, aka Dirty Tony. Galen via Hercules, a band which Dillaway, Dirty Tony, and Kennedy that either descended from or gave birth to the Hercules. See, it's all related. As well as the 1998 Hanson vinyl compilation Labyrinth and Jokes that I just talked about. You can order it on CD right now on Bandcamp from Hanson Records. That features songs by, amongst others, Isis and Werewolves, The Beast People, and Andrew Wilkes' career. Blah, 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 blah. So there's a little bit about that. We will watch and listen to all of those releases in the future as much as I can. But what was funny about that, Tim Scold is Tim Scold, who was in KMFDM and Marilyn Manson and some other bands. I have filmed him several times because I worked for a lot of industrial events in the city, New York City. And so, yeah, I was well aware of Scold, and I thought it was very funny that those were repurposed for Andrew WK releases. I think that's all that's in here about those specifically, those acts. But you get the point. It's all just a small collective of people making noise. I like the flute. You think that, who's that girl on the flute? You think she's in any of these other bands? I'm sure, right? I hate to say this, but all these songs sound pretty much the same to me. But that's what it is. Oh, I like that. Okay, it's a little screamy now. Oh, fake out. Yeah, alright. Rock. That was maybe one of my favorites of this set so far. Bring back the flute. Detuned. Gotta love the DIY aspect of it all though, right? Alright. Cool. Yay, the flute is back! Flute, or is it an oboe? I'm not really sure. Alright. I like the flute. I don't necessarily like the song, but I like the flute element. Is it electric? Okay. We're getting towards the end of this one. Oh. Focus! 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 Flute solo! Oh, there's a microphone there. Couldn't see it before. You're welcome. Okay, that was some early Galen. Cool. Alright, the next band we're gonna do is To Live and Shave in LA, which is a band that Andrew AWK joined later in the 2000s. Here's their biography on Discogs. Experimental collective with aggressive noise, avant-garde, and post-punk leanings, formed by Tom Smith and Rat Bastard in 1991. A third member, Ben Wolcott, joined in 1993. Smith had previously been in the groups Boat of, Pussy Galore, heard of them, and Peach of Immortality. Bastard had been in Miami-based trio Scraping Teeth. Oof. Wolcott was a filmmaker and sound designer. Their debut release was 1994's 30-minute Manor Cream, which I think was very influential to Andrew. I think we'll hear him talk about that in the future. Went on a 3-year hiatus. I think that's not a proper way to start a sentence, but cool. Went on a 3-year hiatus beginning in 2000, during which time Smith formed the actionist ensemble OHNE, O-H-N-E, and Bastard focused on his Laundry Room Squelchers group. TLASILA reformed in 2003. Recordings and tours have followed, and the lineup has grown to include all-star players, including members of Sonic Youth. There's some more. And Sightings. Group's recordings combine elements of musique concrete, noise, heavy dub, and pervasive electronics to create often violent but increasingly lyrical backdrops which frame vocalist Smith's literate, oddly disturbing croon. So we're gonna watch To Live and Shave in LA, The Pilot That Failed, directed by Doris Wishman. I have no idea what this is, but this is 1993, before they even had their cassette out. So let's check it out. 3, 2, 1.
So every time you read a new line, right? Okay, a little louder, please. And just keep doing it that way. Tom, I'm ready.
The bed, black pudding, blood on the sheets, sliced to ribbons, to shrink.
Whoa, this is pre-wiki feet. How do they rate? Anyone? Okay. This is kind of funny. What a charming guy. Aww. That cat's like, what the hell? Look at that tiny microphone. His is gigantic. Crotch shot. Not related. Oh no. The cat's the best part. Oh. What is happening here? I'm so confused. This guy's funny. Oh no! Don't step on her foot. Yeah, slap that motherfucker. They're having fun. Oh. It's kind of sexy, huh? In like a I just took acid kind of way. Oh no, what is he doing to that cassette player? That's fucked up. That's cassette player abuse. Whoa, whoa. When I said it was sexy, I didn't expect this to be happening. No, I welcome it. Just saying I didn't expect it. Yeah, get it, guys. Whoa. Oof. I did not see that coming. No pun intended. Well, that was a fucking trip. I have listened to the tape. I think it works better with the visuals. Ooh, to live and shave in LA. Well, you know what? There's another one we can watch from 1994 on Miami Cable Access. Let's check it out. To live and shave in LA on Miami Cable Access. 3, 2, 1.
Good evening. It is excellent to be here with all of you at the Danny Jessup Show. Tonight we have a band coming from all the way from the West to live and shave in LA. Blues, noise, and free jazz. A mix of blues and crazy noise. Whatever. Enjoy it.
Whatever, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like, whatever the fuck that means. Alright, let's get weird.
Be angry and derisive enough. He was just...
What is that thing? Yeah, this is pretty rough, huh? He was a lot more charming in the other video, huh? It's rocking out on the bass, but you can hardly hear it. It's all distorted. I guess that's the point, right? Who's that, Trump? Can anyone identify these things? Hey, there's that tape machine that he fucks up. I can recognize that, but I don't know what these other instruments are. Let's see if there's anything in this book about to live and shave in LA. He's reading the words, so I guess it's not all improvised, huh? Okay. Yay.
Who's out of frame here? Live and shave in LA. Unbelievable, folks. In case you heard it at home.
Unbelievable indeed.
It's
Wasn't an accident.
It wasn't an accident. And right over here, Tom Smith. What?
Thank you.
Tell our viewers a little bit more about this, so they'll know that this was planned. It wasn't just our usual kind of production here. Of
No,
music.
this was the usual kind of production here.
For you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Thank
so.
you. Because sometimes we actually can separate the bass from the other thing. But
Sometimes, yeah.
But because this is sort of a newer music, you guys tour, you've been around, but if you could just explain to the viewers.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything about them in this book.
Don't leave it up to that.
Yes, please explain it to us.
Self-explanatory, because we don't have those kind of viewers. Well said. What do you think, Rat?
It's very difficult to describe, but if I should describe for your viewers, I think it's maybe a combination of I don't know, sort of the Ferranti and Teicher two-piano kind of thing, maybe combined with a
You
bit of
lost me. I can imagine
with-
the
Yeah,
viewers.
I'm
Frankie
lost
and
too.
Teicher.
yeah.
The
What
Hollywood,
team
they
did he
were,
play for? Was that
yeah,
WBA
no numbers
champion?
on their jerseys. They were the Hollywood, they were the Hollywood duo team.
Use that
who
mic,
did,
everyone here.
Sort of the Holly Ridge Strings meet Ferranti and Teicher, kind of a vibe, but with a South Florida element attached as well.
Flavor, South Florida flavor.
That's
A
right.
little pina colada mango thrown in.
I don't know. It's impossible to
Lounge.
describe. It's just it's a lot of racket to most people. I realize that, but I guess for us it's just you know
Will you
we.
be doing a sort of a Margarina version?
We will be. We'll do it right now. Let's rock.
We do mangos for bar mitzvahs.
Wow.
It's good.
Hire them for your bar
Are you guys off to
mitzvah.
touring next? Or got any tours next?
Or doing the West Coast in February.
Well, that was interesting. You know, like I said, this show is an exploration. I am revisiting all of this stuff. Sometimes this is all for the first time, and you never know what you're gonna get. It's a grab bag of sorts. Okay. Well, you know what? I think that's enough for this episode. We're gonna save some for a part 2. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it all in one or not, but there's only so much of this stuff I can take at a time. Objectively, we'll do a part 2 of Early Bulb and Hanson maybe in the next few days. If not, probably the next time I will be here is to do a reaction to The God Is Partying, which is coming out in a couple of days. Are you hyped? It's gonna be a lot different than what we heard today. I think we never know what you're gonna get with Andrew WK and his new direction. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and comment below. And if you recognize anyone in these videos, by all means point them out to me so we can talk about it. And thank you for watching. I have been Kevin from Vonesper Studios here in New York. Bye. Like, share, subscribe.